Good morning, dear student. Today we are going to discuss about the sustainable development. I hope sustainable development you have studied in class 10th also. The simple definition of sustainable development is the development should be in such a way that the resources should not deplete or the resources should not be misused, and or we can say resources can be saved for the future generation. This is simple definition, or in another word we can say development should be in such a way so that our unlimited human needs should be adjusted with the limited resources, and the resources should be preserved for the coming generation. They should be, it is called the sustainable development. Now the sustainable development aims at it aims to meet the needs of present and future generation without causing damage to the environment. The main aim is meeting the present and future generation without damaging the environment, to prevent the further damage to our life support system, and to conserve and nurture the biodiversity and other resources for long term food security. So we should save the resources for future generation as well as, and prevent our life support system and the long term food security. These all are the main aims of sustainable development. Now, how to achieve sustainable development? Number first, restrict the use of renewable resources. We have the two type of resources as in the starting of this chapter. One is the renewable, another one is non-renewable. Instead of non-renewable, the renewable resources should be given more emphasis, just like a solar energy and hydroelectricity, just like tidal energy. These are the renewable resources, whereas petroleum, coal, these are the non-renewable resources. Second, substitute to renewable with renewable resources. Okay, electricity we can produce it by we can using the coal and using the fossil fuel. Instead of the electricity produced uh, by coal and the fossil fuel, we should replace the electricity produced by the solar energy, tidal energy, wind energy, and geothermal, and so on. So second is the substitute of non-renewable with renewable resources. Third, become input in efficient. Technology progress should be made to become input efficient and not input consuming. So our technological should not be input means input the resources we put, the lks, these are called the inputs, and output is the result or production we gain. Our resources, we can say, the technology should not be resource consuming, or we can say using less resource. Our techniques should be such a way using less resources we can, we should have the more utilization of it. And control pollution, definitely the for achieving the main aim of the sustainable development is to prevent the environment. For preventing environment, we should control the pollution, control the growth of population. Yeah, but if the population growth rate is excess than the growth of resources, then definitely there will be a disbalance. So the growth of the population should be controlled. Now strategies for, now some strategies for sustainable development. Number first, use of the non-conventional sources of energy. Non-conventional sources like wind power, solar energy, and these should be used in the large scale. Now second is use of cleaner fuels, cng, lng, you can say. These should be used rather than LNG, another coal, which are pollutant. uh, Third, establishment of mini hydro plants. The electricity produced by the running water is called the hydel plants, hydroelectricity. So in hilly areas we should use the more hydroelectricity power plants. Under traditional knowledge and practices, traditionally, Indian people have been close to their environment. All practices related to agriculture system, healthcare system, housing, transport, etc. used to be environmental friendly. The shift from the traditional system are caused large scale damage to the environment to our rural heritage. For example, India is well known for the Ayush treatment with about 15,000 of species of plant with have medical properties. Instead of allopathy, we have the Ayush system. Ayush system we have discussed in the uh, infrastructure. Here A for Ayurveda, Y for yoga, U for Unani, S for Siddha, and H for homeopathy. All this is called the ISM, Indian System of Medicine. So our traditional knowledges and practice should be used, because our traditional knowledges are helpful to prevent the environment. Use of biocompost. Instead of using the chemical fertilizer, we should use the biocompost. Means these manures are made by the degradable of living plant is called a biocompost. So chemical fertilizer initially increase the uh, production of agriculture, but in the long run it harms the fertility of a soil. So instead of using the chemical fertilizer, we should suggest our farmer to use the biocompost. Now control of biopest. Now pest, we have four phases. We have the insecticide and the pesticide. Insecticide and the pesticide are used for killing the such pests which are danger for our crops. So instead of chemical, we should use as a biopest. Biopest made of advent of green revolution had increased the use of chemical pesticide, which not only contaminate the food product but also pollutes the water. So neem based pesticide, for example, neem based urea should be used, so that it could not harm the it could not contaminate the food product and pollute the water bodies. And the last not the least is change in unsustainable pattern change in unsustainable pattern of consumption. With increasing purchasing power, wasteful consumption linked to market driven consumerism is stressed the resource base of developing countries further. It is important to counter this through education and public awareness. So, in several areas, desirable limits and standards are consumption and production need to be established and applied through the appropriate mechanism, including education incentives. Okay, uh, instead of unsustainable pattern of consumption and production, we should use sustainable pattern of consumption which meets with our growth, our changing pattern of our demand and the changing scenario, and the same production should be used with the changing demand. So at the what we can conclude, the government of India has taken a large number of steps for sustainable development, just like ASM, ISM, International Solar, ISA, International Solar Alliance, uh, International Solar Alliance started by Narendra Modi. This is the one, and it suggests that whole of the nation of this globe should promote solar energy rather than the petrol, another sources of energy, and which are non-renewable. So, if strictly implemented and followed, the given strategies, if strictly implemented and followed, will definitely prevent further degradation of our environment. So, if the government implements and followed these policies, our environmental degradation will be controlled, so that natural resources remain a common heritage for future generation future generation too. Now this is the end of the chapter, and in the next class we'll start the last chapter of this, uh, the last chapter of your syllabus, that is that is uh, that is India's development experience, comparative development experiences of India and its neighbor, especially with China and Pakistan. This is the last chapter of your syllabus, and we will start tomorrow. For today, thank you and have a nice day.